wanted to talk about today was what I had to do prior to the surgery to prepare for the surgery. So it's a VLCD diet, which stands for very low calorie diet. Basically, it's the intensive phase of Optifast. Now, when you're used to eating the way I used to eat, it is actually a very difficult thing to do. But what kept me going the whole time is knowing that if you didn't do this properly and they opened you up and your liver was too big and they couldn't get into your stomach to see your stomach, they would sew you up and send you on your way, and you have to pay for it and everything. So pretty much I stuck to it like glue. I'm going to give you a little bit of a summary again, so I'm going to be going off notes, I'm sorry, but it's the best way that I can try not to forget to tell you what you could do. Now, technically you only have to do it, most people, I believe, only have to do it for 2 weeks prior to the surgery. Because when I had my blood test done, it showed that my liver was a little bit fatty. We actually opted to do it for 3 weeks instead, so I did it an extra week. But I do believe some people sometimes have to do it for as long as 4 weeks prior. So I guess that's something that your doctor will tell you from your blood test. So basically, they gave like a little bit of a summary of what you're allowed to have and not allowed to have. But what I'll do first is just go through my notes. So basically, you're allowed to have 3 to 4 Optifast products per day, or 3 plus half a bar per day of Optifast products. Just before I go on, I'll actually show you the products that I purchased. So the first one here was the chicken soup. There are other types of soups. The only thing with the soup is you really have to stir it and make sure that all the powdery stuff is out, otherwise it's not very pleasant. But once you get it to that point, it's actually not too bad. Now, this is what this packet looks like, but unfortunately I don't have the price of it here available for you, but I do have the other products there. I found the cheapest places. A lot of places sell it for 70, like the actual shakes and things sell them for like $75. So I actually found 3 places that were a lot cheaper. I found pharmacyonline.com.au. If you purchase over $149 worth within Australia weighing up to 3 kilos, they actually don't charge you for shipping. Now, my first order, because I had to order so many things, I actually got free shipping. But otherwise, the other places that I found at pretty much the same price, which I'll go through the prices in a minute, was Cincotta Chemists and Chemist Warehouse. Sorry, I was trying to think of what that was called. They're all pretty much in par in price. But it has to be the Optifast, not the OptiSlim. The OptiSlim is a lot cheaper. There are other ones as well that you can get, but I'll tell you which ones they are. But Optifast seems to be the one that's got the high protein and helps keep you full. So just going on, there's also a dessert chocolate mousse or a dessert lemon cream. Now, these are really good because they're actually really filling, and especially the chocolate, you know, if you're anything like I was, I really love my chocolate. It takes 5 minutes to make. You literally put powder, bit of water, mix it, put it in the fridge for 5 minutes, and you've got a mousse. And the lemon one is nice as well, but I really like the chocolate. Now, these come in a pack of 8, 360 grams each. And the chocolate one was $19.95. I haven't got the price of the lemon one. I'm not sure if it was exactly the same, but it kind of gives you a bit of an idea. So what's good about the Optifast too is that you're getting lots of different products that you can have, and it gives you a bit of variety in the day. The other flavour that I bought was the actual shakes. Now, they're 40 grams in a box of 21. You can buy smaller boxes, but obviously it's better value to buy this. And like I said before, the cheapest price I found was $49.95. I'm not sure, but I think that the 2 chemists I mentioned might have been $55 each. So that's why I ended up buying it online. So, you know, if you don't want to buy online because you don't like buying online, then, you know, you're probably better going off to Cincotta or to Chemist Warehouse. And of course there was the chocolate ones as well. I think there's strawberry flavour. There's, I think, 4 flavours that you can choose from. So they're not cheap, but I guess when you think of when you buy food, it kind of works out in the wash. The other thing that I really enjoyed, especially at lunchtime, it sort of made me feel like I was chewing on something properly, is these Optifast Berry Crunch Bars. 60 grams, 6 of them are $39.90, so they're not cheap, but I really enjoyed the texture of them, and I used to carry them around in my bag. Obviously it's a lot easier to carry around one of these and just eat it than to have a shake or one of those other things which you have to make up. So I found these really good and a nice crunchy texture. There are other chocolate bars. I think there was chocolate and some other flavour, but I just found the taste of them, I didn't personally like it, but obviously it's up to everybody's taste. Now going back to what you have to have in that time before, 2 litres of fluid every day, very important, and you know, it's easy to do beforehand. Water is the best, but you can also have plain mineral water, soda water, coffee and tea, black herbal only, no milk, no sugar, plus diet soft drink and diet cordial. I used to have the equal sugar because I can't have it with nothing at all, so that's acceptable. You're not allowed to have any fruit in this time at all, no fruit juice, no full cream milk, full sugar soft drinks, anything full sugar cordial, and definitely no alcohol. Hints to curb hunger, you can have vegetable sticks, so you know, cut up carrots, stuff like that, the water bottle, and the spare Optifast product, as I was saying, you can have 3 or 4 a day. Pretty much I had my 4 every day. I couldn't do it, but towards the end I found it a little bit easier, but apparently after 3 days your body goes into you're not as hungry as you usually are, so it takes about 3 days. I was very lucky, I didn't get any headaches, I didn't get any of that stuff that apparently could happen when you're detoxing, so it actually wasn't too bad for me. Then of course you've got a list of vegetables that you're allowed to have. Basically it's low starch vegetables, at least 2 cups per day. You are not allowed to have anything like avocado, corn, peas, potatoes, sweet potato, pumpkin, parsnip and legumes, which of course are things that I all love. And it's amazing how with the little veggies that you can have, how many different ways you learn to cook them. You can have certain soups, but it has to be homemade vegetable soups using the vegetables that you're allowed. You can have some sauces like lemon, lime juice, mustard, vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, low salt, soy sauce, things like that. Spices and herbs, there's quite a few you can have. Artificial sweeteners, I said before, you're allowed to have. Unsweetened lollies or chewing gum, diet jelly. The diet jelly was a bit of a saviour for me because when I just felt like picking at something, I sort of had that. And like I said before, the drinks that you're allowed to have, the calorie-free fluids. So I would have like salads or the vegetables. So a typical day is 1 serve of Optifast, black tea or coffee, no milk, no sugar. For lunch, another serve of Optifast, a cup of salad, clear broth, if desired. For dinner, an Optifast, some stir-fried vegetables, maybe a coffee, some snacks, diet jelly, vegetable sticks, homemade vegetable soup, and then the fluids throughout the day. So that's pretty much all you can have for that time frame. I've also got some recipes here as well, but you can get them on the Optifast website. They do have some information there, vegetable stir-fry, things like that that you can eat. So you can make it quite interesting, and they are free vegetables, so you can have as many as you want. But like I said, I mean, it says about 2 cups because I guess the idea is that you're supposed to be learning to eat a little bit less. So towards the end of that, I must admit I was a little bit over it. The hardest part is I had to go out to dinner, I had to go, you know, even just at work, it was a little bit hard to see everybody else eating around you. And, you know, the Saturday before the surgery, I actually went to a dinner where I had like about 20 people on the table, and I didn't really want to tell everyone what was going on, so I just said I was on a diet. and I basically bought my own food from home. So seeing all that food come across me was very hard, but like I said, what keeps you going is the fact that if you don't have that liver healthy and ready to go, they won't be able to do the surgery. So keep that in mind when you're doing the VLC diet.